close attention because I'm only going to say this once.
Jackie Reed, inside her story.
From New York, up in Harlem, Jackie Reed, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Sybil. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Sherry. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Tom, it's hard to keep up with all the interior design shows on TV right now. But for those of us who try, because we love these shows, it's not hard to notice that there are not many people of color amongst the experts, or among, for that matter, the people who are having their homes redecorated.
Or working on the homes.
I'm like, what is going on? All right, that's why I'm delighted that my guest this morning is doing her thing at the highest level. She has 20 years of experience in the design game and has worked on interiors for celebrities such as Gabrielle Union, Tisha Campbell, Karrueche Tran, Tyra Banks, and so many more. She is an author, a TV star with her own show, Unboxed, on Aspire TV, as well as appearances on other networks, OWN, Oxygen, HGTV, and more. If that's not enough, she has her own line of design products at stores including Bed Bath & Beyond, Wayfair, Bloomingdale's, Kohl's, and JCPenney's. I'm going inside her story with the fabulous and talented Nikki Chu, who, in addition to having her home design products, Nikki Chu Home Products, she has her own school where you can sign up and learn design. I'm really excited about that, hoping to get a scholarship. Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning. Wow, that sounds impressive.
Well, you are impressive. Let's talk about this situation, because I love home design shows, and I know so many people do.
So many people.
So many people really, really do.
Yeah.
So, you really have to be intentional in finding shows with people of color. Like we have to look for Nikki Chu on TV. What are the challenges for us, for people like, that look like us in the design world when it comes to getting those jobs on television?
I really had to create my own lane. And I think for most of us in whatever space we're in, that seems to be the ongoing story. So even though something doesn't exist, I don't believe that it can exist for me. So I just forge forward in creating that lane for myself, and hopefully what I've done opens the doors for other Black interior designers, and I'm starting to see them, trickle around in different shows, guest starring in different things. So I'm really proud of my Black interior design community, because I'm starting to see the doors open for us where this wasn't really a career path for us.
Right. Were you told no a lot when it came to getting your own show or being a part of a television show in a big way?
What's really interesting? The word no didn't really happen as much as we're going to go with someone a bit more classic. And then when I would see what classic was, well, we know what classic is.
We know what that means.
So that means.
So you've been in the design game for 20 years. Does what we see on TV reflect the, what's going on in the real world of design when it comes to getting those big jobs out there?
Well, in television, everything seems to happen really quickly and seamless with no issues, no problems, where in reality, interior design is a lot of work. Things often show up broken, the wrong color, and you really have to have a skill set of resolving problems on the spot, which is something that when you're going into design isn't something you really think is going to be a huge part of the job.
Right.
But almost inevitably on every job, something goes wrong no matter how many T's I cross and I's I dot. And not necessarily because of me, but you have to be really, really diligent about, making those solutions and resolving them quickly.
But is it hard, Nikki, for people, what I meant was for people of color to get the jobs in the real world? We know we're not seeing enough on TV, but getting those types of jobs that lead to you getting a TV show or even being recognized, is that happening? Is it hard out there for people of color in the world of design?
I don't know if hard would be the word, unless, your journey and path would be different. Perhaps you're starting with family members, people in your own community. We have a lot of money in our community. So, I don't think that anything is really hard.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of products that are based in the Black community are very successful, because we do support our own. So, a lot of my clients were African Americans, and that's just what started my path.
Yeah.
So I think interior design is really about somebody having enough financial income to want that luxury. So
Nikki,
finding those clients is the challenge.
Well, Nikki, this is Kim Whitley. I have a quick question. Who was your first celebrity client?
Who is my first? Gabrielle Union.
Really?
Yes, I think I remember. Yep. And I was like, didn't you do Earthquake
thing
also?
on InStyle magazine, and she was like, Chu, I need your help. Let's get the house together. They're coming to shoot it, and I remember, grabbing some curtains and doing some art, and I got shot, and the whole, issue was for InStyle. So, and then it just kind of went from there, and I did Tisha's dressing room on the set of My Wife and Kids, and then I worked with Tyra, and then it just kind of was word of mouth, and it just snowballed.
Yeah, I kept hearing your name. That's what was so funny.
Yeah,
and that's why I went to Earthquake's house.
Everybody.
And I was like, who did this? And they was like, Nikki Chu. I was like, oh, it sounds famous.
So, Nikki, let me ask you something. As we're in, the second day of the fall season, should we be redecorating for the season? Should we do something around our homes that reflects a new season?
Get a pop of color.
Like put some pumpkins around or something.
Pumpkins.
I know.
A lot of people will add different things like candles and change your pillows, moving into the holiday. But I'm all about decorating your home nice and classic. So if you do get, bored and you want to kind of start to shift your design taste, it's a lot easier to change a rug and some paint, and pillows than it is to buy a whole new sofa, coffee table. So if you pick things out that are in really nice neutral colors like linen or cream or, black even, you can change different elements from a vase and kind of create a new look. I don't change my home every season. I continue to add. And every time I find something really cool in my travels, I layer on what I have existing in my home. So my house is ever changing. It's not changing with the seasons, but it's changing as I add personal touches to it.
Do you
She
take away?
speaks and I learn. I love it.
Do you take away when you add, or do you just? You said layering, but do you remove something as you are adding
sometimes
something?
I do. Sometimes I'll move something to another room and give the other room a whole new, makeover by adding vases that were previous in my living room. And
Nikki?
I didn't want to put them in the guest room. But
This
I'm
is
all
Sherry
about
Shepherd.
making my guest room an experience.
You sound like a hoarder, Nikki. You
I'm not.
you don't let
I was
anything
gonna
go. You
say,
gotta.
that's what my friend
Nikki
said.
sounds
She
like
does
a
it
hoarder.
perfectly, though. Y'all have
You
to.
got
I mean,
and watch her as well as your book, Nikki. Really
Love it.
Love it.
Love all of it.
The top 15 mistakes a design boss would never make is really a personal story on things that happen to designers no matter what. As soon as you get in the game, these are some of the things that are going to transpire that you are not aware of. Anything from dating your client to spending your client's budget before you bought all the product, ordering mishaps, things that you just want to avoid. So you can have a seamless design business, and you can get the book on designmeccaedu.com and sign up for your design course.
yeah, that's where you
Nikki
can
Chu.
take classes as well. Nikki, thank you.
Yes.
I
And,
need
and
your
Jackie's
help,
looking
Nikki.
for that scholarship.
Oh, gosh.
And I need your help.
Because she still has plastic on her furniture.
I do. I do.
Oh, she's got furniture now.
Not really. I need
Still
it at the
has
family
plastic.
discount.
Huggy next. Still has plastic.
She won't let anybody sit on her couch.